Hello, I am Panrasi and this is Saw. We are from AIM Solution. Today, we will present you an opportunity to invest in the robotics technology with the 6% annually return. We are from Advanced Intelligence in Medicine Lab, Mahidol University. We have more than 10 years experience in machine learning, computer vision, and robotics. So we aim to create innovation to help improve quality of life of people. And the innovation that we present today is robot-assisted communication training for children with autism. Currently, the number of children with autism is increasing each year. This is around 1% of the world population. And in Thailand, we have approximately 400,000 children with autism. It is really, really difficult to taking care of children with autism. And you know, we have just only 110 speech therapists, which is insufficient for the children. Some children meet the therapist only once in an entire month. So they receive not enough intervention. And even in the hospital, it is difficult to do group therapy. So imagine that you are the teacher in the school. You will feel that how painful you have to handle multiple children with autism at the same time. So we introduced our innovation, robot-assisted communication training. Our robot is user-friendly. It is programmable, so we can create teaching content to serve individual needs. So far, we have developed more than 100 teaching contents, and these contents are designed by therapists and teachers. And our robot can serve group therapy. And not only the robot that we developed, we also create co-content sharing platform. So the user can share the content that they will develop through our cloud server, and they can also purchase and sell their content to the others. So this is an example of using of my robot. Even the children with autism can program the robot by themselves. And this shows my undergrad students who are inexperienced in teaching children, but they can do group teaching for the children with autism, Down syndrome, and learning disabilities. So far, our robot being used in 5 schools and 1 hospital. And this is a long-term research project. We did it for more than 5 years. So we have 3 filing patents. We have software copyright. We have teaching content copyright. And we already won 2 International Invention Awards and 2 National Invention Awards. And every 2 months, we run a robotic workshop for free at the school for children with autism. So far, our workshop was run for more than 15 schools. We do this to do like market tests and also get the feedback from our product. And we also have robot donation projects. We get the money from donors and distribute our robot to 2 schools already. We are also promote our robot project on the TV programs and also in the exhibition. And we create a Facebook to promote and connect with our potential customers. So we and our partner are developing a new version of robot. This is Team Precision. They will help me in electronic part development and manufacturing. And Career Model help me in designing new robot. And we are getting a grant from National Research Council of Thailand to get CE mark approval of our new robot. So we are ready to push our robot for commercialization. And if we observe the global robot market, you will see that the trend is growing. And it is expected to reach up to $151 billion by 2020. So we segment our customers into 3 groups: hospitals, schools, and also corporate with CSR policies. So we plan to sell the robot to the corporates and let them donate this robot to the school. In Thailand, there are approximately 2,000 schools and 1,000 hospitals that serve autistic children. So for the first year, we will focus the customer in the schools and CSR corporate sectors. Then we will expand to the hospitals in Thailand. And later on, we plan to expand the market to Asia countries such as Japan, Korea, Singapore. And if we compare to the other available robots in the market, our robots are different from the others in terms of it is programmable, very easy. And it has a desired content from therapists and teacher. And also, it serves individual needs of the children. So revenues can come from various sources, such as robot and transformation kit selling, robot rental, software subscription, and paper content. And because we create co-content sharing platform, we can draw the interest from related industry. Because this platform is niche market, it creates a community among autistic related people. So we can gain the revenue from affiliate marketing. And this is financial projection. We plan to offer 10% of the company share for 11 million Thai baht of investment. And we expect to provide 6% return annually. For our next step, we will go to create the reference sites such as Silat Hospital, Bamrungrad International Hospital. And also we try to getting our first customer. And we plan to develop home use version, which is a low cost version. And also expand to the other groups of children. And I would like to thank my advisory boards that helped me for a long time in this project. They are speech therapists and occupational therapists, and also have a partner like a pediatrics as well. And finally, we have the dream to distribute the robot to help children worldwide. And if you are interested in our project, you can contact me with this email. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. We are now at question and answer session. Question from the judges will begin now, and the timer will start from the first question.
I'll go first. Thank you very much for the presentation. I'm still not clear whether this robot system will be the robot-assisted system that you still need the expert for intervention, or it can be just the children and robot alone. That's my first question. And the second question is, what would be the age range of the children that is appropriate to apply this intervention?
Okay, basically, our robot can do both. But the suggestion, the best for the children is that we should have the people using the robot with the children. Why I say this? Because because the children with autism, they have a problem with social communication. They need to learn how to communicate or interact with the people. And of course, if they just like left the technology with the children, it may be risks for them not to just like stay in their world and not try to connect with the other people. And we are aware on this, so we design the robot as the bridge between the people and the children. The robot can draw engagement from the children, while the people act like a supporter to encourage, to connect with the children when they feel that the children are enjoying when playing with the robot. And for the second question, because the developmental age and the age is different in the children with autism, this means even the people with higher age that have autism, they may have developmental age lower than the actual age. It means somehow we met like 20 years old guy, but they developmental age maybe just only 9 months. It's possible. But from our testing, we test the robots from like 3 years old until 19 years old.
Then you said that you have developed over 100 contents. Would that be the language-based content, or it needs a translation if you want to scale up or move to the other country or other region that is not a Thai context?
Actually, right now, for the version that I show you, it can support any language because it allows user to record their sound by themselves. So we can record an arbitrary language, and we can use text, normal text to program. Actually, we can let the screen on the robot to show the text, and it can show what the human type, the user type, so it supports arbitrary language. And for the next version that we are developing, we plan to connect with the computer, and that computer can support, right now we can support English and Thai speech recognition. And it is difficult to extend to other speech recognition because right now we have an engine that we can use for develop to support other language.
I'm wondering if you could perhaps tell me a little bit about your revenue plans. You have a variety of potential sources of revenue. Have you sold anything yet? You've done a lot of testing. Are you actually selling anything right now? And then what is your vision in terms of those different types of revenue streams? Are you just planning on trying different ways to see what works, or do you have very specific plans of how you want to structure that?
Right now we sell in two robots, to donators. That's the way that we think this is the first thing that we can do, because right now we already did it. But also we get a purchasing order from the institute that we go to run the workshop by the CSR program. And they just impressed of the robot, and they make a decision to make a purchasing order. However, I didn't sell it because I got a grant to develop a new version, which is better than that one. So I want to sell the new one. And the plan for just to distribute the robot, I plan to sell the robot instead of a rental because it's easy to manage like a robot rather than we create hardware a lot and then we have to serve it. Yeah.
May I try to establish the needs of this robot? So how often does the children need the robot? Does it need all day or once a day or 2 hours a day?
Basically, the standard of intervention is 40 hours. 40 hours a week, 6 to 8 hours a day. This is an intervention standard that the children needs. So this means that if the parents, caregiver, or teacher can provide the intervention up to this standard, it will help children a lot. So it depends on the parents or caregiver. If they use our robot and set up the intervention as much as they want, as much as they can, it's more likely that the children can improve the number of intervention.
But you recommended,
Yeah.
what would be how?
I recommend it's like 2 hours a day. Why I said that? Because normally they have to train other skills, not only just interact with the other people. There are necessary skills in daily life, just like how to wear the clothes, how to teaching your blush, many things for surviving.
Thank you. I have a question about how proprietary the hardware is. Is it important that this is your robot, or in the longer term, would you be willing to use whatever is available and cheaper and programmable for you to be able to provide your course materials on?
It's possible to make it like a lower cost. Like I said, that we plan to do a low cost version. But right now we start with the high end version because like we used to test our robot many times, and it for this group of children, they need like a good material, like good model, good quality models, because some children just like throw my robot away somehow. So we need like a good manufacturing. So that's why I just like select like a good quality of the material, and that's why the robot is like expensive and do like a more advanced version. But of course, if we want to reduce the cost, we can use just like a low quality a little bit version, like we saw in like many products, but not this time.
If you had to choose whether you're going to be a hardware business or a software and courseware business, which business would you be?
Because our expertise in machine learning and software skill, of course, we will focus on the software. And because of the robot market currently, it is really to opponent to make a similar robot. But the real barrier is how to make the robot smart. So that's why we focus on making the robot more smart.
The autistic children are very special. Is there any specific requirement for the robot design to actually capture the attention of the autistic children? Is that the limitation of your invention, that to capture the attention and to get the children to stay connected with the robot?
Of course, there are many limitations because the autistic children is autistic spectrum. The term spectrum means they are different individually, really different. So we didn't claim that our robot can be used with all of them, just only children that are not too low function. I said too low function because like some of them may not be able to talk to others, just staying alone, don't want to do anything, sits in the corner, of course. Because even children, even therapists, they cannot do anything. But of course, some of children has potential. Like they can sit, they can just like maybe sit for a short period and then walk. It's possible for them. And we also found some problem, like some children afraid of the robot at first. But the key thing is that we would just like make them familiar, and later on they can sit and train with our robot.
May I ask, your plan for the first year is like 50 units, and then 100, and then 300. What limits your growth? If it's really just a software, then...
Sorry. Okay, time is up. Okay. Thank you, Justice, for all questions and comments.
Thank you.
Thank you, team.
Thank you very much. Very good.